The North Home this evening ahead of Gainsborough Trinity's FA Cup tie on Friday at Harrogate. We've already heard from the boss now. Defender Ashley Jackson has joined us. And Ash, I remember post-match speaking to you at Hensford and you holding on to me so tight because I think you were so cramped up you could hardly walk at the time, which was quite a game, quite an occasion overall, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. Again, one that will serve long in the memories for many, many years, even when I've hung the boots up. The guys give me a bit of steak, saying I'll playing up to it a little bit. I didn't want to take a penalty, but it was generally some cramp. But again, it was how much energy we put into the game from all the lads. A lot, not just only me that were suffering, but it were all worth it in the end.
How long has this spell felt between between first round and second round?
I would say, yeah, quite a long time. I mean, the games in between do help. Obviously, we're having a good run in the trophy as well. But yeah, it's as you're starting to get this final week's just seem like an eternity, to be fair. I can't wait for the day to come. Same with the lads in there. Obviously, cameras, microphones, we're not normally used to it. Nobody cares normally. But yeah, honestly, it's felt like a long time coming and now it's here. We're all just dead excited.
Yeah, with the players, as you say, it's very different. There's lights, there's cameras out there at the moment going to be filming you tonight. How do you deal with that and cope with that, especially those players that, and you are quite a young squad that haven't had that before?
Yeah, I think it's, obviously there's a bit of giddiness. Everyone's sort of, it's new, it's exciting, but I think what we've got to understand is, again, we've just got to go around our normal business. It's a tricky one. I think levelers, well, things that make us sort of level-headed, obviously having a result on that Saturday and going straight away to Whitby away, sort of brings us down to earth. That's his bread and butter at the end of the day. These are just the exciting things and things that, yeah, we look forward to, but again, we take with a pinch of salt because we've got other things as well that go on in the background. And
you all have jobs, you've all got other things that you're doing. Have you mostly been able to get days off on Friday and things like that? Because usually that would be something you'd have to do for a Tuesday night game, let alone what's going on Friday.
Yeah, I know I'm working probably till about 2 on Friday. So if my boss is listening, we'll have words. But again, it all depends on what field of job they do. I work in schools, other work in sort of landscaping, labourers. So it all depends on the type of role that they do, whether they can get time off as such.
It will be an amazing occasion. It was a good crowd at Hensford, but it's going to be 1,000 plus on Friday. That must be quite an occasion when you go for your warm-up just to see that many fans there.
Oh, definitely. And I think I've been a bit of a geek with it, looking at the tickets, what's been sold, even on the home allocation as well. And it's nice to see that our end is packed out. And again, that's going to be a real boost for the lads. And especially in that corner that we've got, yeah, it's going to be some real energy there. So I just want to hear voices. If we can get that voice going, it's that 12th man. Can't wait.
And you would have experienced playing there, I guess, when you was at Boston was probably the time you experienced that. So again, for some of these players that have played around National North level over the last 5 or 6 years, they'll know it is a place. It's not like you're going to somewhere where you're going to be overawed by the stands and everything else around it.
Yeah. I mean, not too many years ago, they were in a similar sort of position, building their way through the league. So if anything, the crowd will be the biggest difference. But again, it's about understanding, like playing, not doing something that you wouldn't normally do, and sort of staying sort of concentrated on your roles, because again, this is just it could potentially be a stepping stone to something completely different in, let's say, the third round as such, if we're lucky enough to get there.
Yeah, as you say, it's going to be very different on Friday. What about friends and family? Being able to get some of them in?
Yeah. I call them glory supporters now. They only come to the big games. But again, yeah, I've managed to get them in. They're over at Moon. They can't wait. Yeah, can't wait myself.
As you say, training tonight, I know it's going to be a light session. I guess all the players will just be trying to take it careful because you don't want to have that moment. We always hear hard luck stories up and down the country in all the different leagues of players who miss out on those big moments. Yeah.
It's one of them. You sort of got it in the back of your head. You want to have a good training session because it's the last time you'll kick a ball before the day. But again, it's one of them. People aren't going flying into challenges. It's just be careful, but make it purposeful as well. Training's there for a purpose, for us to feel fresh, to feel ready. So we've got to do that right as well.
Have you noticed any of the lads have had haircuts yet?
Well, we've all booked in tomorrow, I think. Yeah, if we're all the same barber, be a millionaire. But yeah, we've got a bit of a fine going that we can't have fined. We get fined if we have an haircut on a Friday. So now it's Thursday. All the boys are absolutely buzzing.
Avoiding the fight.
Yeah,
Like it, yeah.
definitely. But yeah, we're all booked in tomorrow.
And finally, what would it mean if you get the result you want on Friday?
Honestly, nothing that I could ever put into words or experience. It'd be sort of the pinnacle of all the lads' careers. Not only myself, yeah, it'd mean so much. And again, we've got a cracking bunch in there that will give it their all and give us all the best shot we possibly can getting into that third round.
Well, I don't need to be late for training and get a fine as well, so
Yeah,
I'll let
yeah.
you go. Ashley Jackson
Thank you
joining
very
us
much.
live.